You ate popcorn?
A ton. Like so much. It's crazy.
Let's see. Are we live? This is the one thing that's been a little bit weird now, changing OBS up a bit, is the stream takes like sometimes 30 seconds to actually like go live here.
Saying it's been live for 14 seconds. I just don't see anything.
Yeah, exactly. Me too. That's what I'm saying. If anybody's here, do you see anything? Because normally this pops up right away, but now it's like it takes a little bit of time. Recording. Test. Hello, everybody. Can you hear us? There we go. And then that's what it does. Then it resets to like 4 seconds. So I don't know what they heard, what they didn't hear. Anyway, welcome to the stream, everybody. How we doing?
We're good. We're here. Hello.
What is up, that one girl? What is up, dudes? A monster. Good to see you guys. Good to have you. Tonight we are talking about things that we don't normally talk about. We are talking about the PlayStation 5 Pro. It is a pro device, not a regular device, and Sony's letting you know that it's a pro device. What are you laughing at, Drip?
Coffee with Games is already out in his tent, waiting for the PS5 Pro release. It's good to see.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah, we're well. I hope you're well out there.
Good.
Be careful. I know it's gonna be nuts out there trying to get one.
Oh yeah, actually, it comes up pretty soon, right? It's early November.
November. What was it? 7th?
Yeah. I don't you wish Nintendo would do that? Just like, hey, 2 months from now, here it comes. But you know that's not going to happen. You know it's not going to happen.
And we'll save that for the show, but this is a little bit different.
Yeah.
This is just like a mid-gen thing.
That one girl, what's up? Appreciate you hyping up our show and your stream today. Appreciate that a ton. How are you doing? Hope your stream was well. We are not multi-streaming this podcast. I think Drip and I have decided we're not going to multi-stream this show, at least not until we hit at least a minimum of 1,000 subscribers, because we are trying. It's selfish reasons. We're trying to get to full monetization.
We need the watch time.
Yeah, we're trying to get to full monetization on YouTube, and that only thing we're missing, is actually subscribers. We have the watch time, but we want to maintain our watch time. And if you guys watch on Twitch and not on YouTube, even while we're multi-streaming, that would hurt our analytics. So we're just going to keep it on YouTube at least until we get to 1,000 subs. So push our podcast, get to past 1,000 subs, then we'll do it.
We're getting there. We're getting there.
Yeah, we're good. Joey Pitts, what's up, man? Power Man, what's up, dude?
Let's go Cyclones. Get out of here! Iowa State, get out of here.
Oh, hey, do you want to quickly play the draft sound, Drip? Play that little draft chime, because let's quickly talk about.
Hold on, where is it?
Do you have it? We're gonna do a little recap here because Drip and I have a fantasy football league. And,
fuck off! And are we really going here? No.
And week 1, Drip and I played, and guess who won that game? I'll give you a hint. It wasn't Drip. I won. I'm happy about it too. You see me how happy I am?
When does West Virginia play Iowa State? I believe that's a home game. That is an October game because I'm going to that one, I believe. I believe that's the one. Let me look to be sure. I'll tell you in a second if you just give me. Yeah, Iowa State is definitely the one I'm going to. It's in October. I know that. I don't remember which day exactly, but
yeah.
It's on a Saturday in October, and it's here.
What's up, Cedric? What's up, Aiden? What's up, guys?
And guess who missed the draft? Yeah, actually, Jeeve and I both missed the draft.
I mean, technically, I didn't miss the draft. I missed most of the draft. I missed most of the draft. Oh, damn, we got lots of people hanging out tonight. I appreciate it. I go back to our analytics, and suddenly we have 17 people watching. Thank you, guys. What's up? What's up? We're going to be talking PS5 tonight. We're going to be doing that. I guess you guys like PS5. Who would have thought?
Damn, you must have changed stuff. It says the stream's current bit rate.
Yes, I did. Yeah,
I put higher than recommend. Like, that's crazy high. Why is it so high?
Because it doesn't matter if it's high.
Okay, cool.
I just set it to 20K. Like, why not? Why the fuck not?
I guess, yeah. Why not?
Because I was before it was telling me the recommended. It was below the recommended, which I didn't realize. I had it too low, so now I have it way above. So yeah, damn, you guys are popping off tonight. What's in the water with you guys? I guess.
Yeah, make sure you guys leave a like if you're here. It'll help.
Can you
push it
imagine,
to
Drew,
some
they
more
announce
people.
the
Appreciate
Switch
you guys
2
being
soon?
here.
Man, people are gonna we're gonna have 1 million people in here. The Switch 2 comes.
I'm telling you,
happens.
man. I'm telling you.
Yeah.
I can smell it. I can smell the Switch 2.
I know. I smell McDonald's right now because that's what we had for dinner. But I also smell a Switch 2.
I smell the
horizon.
Switch 2. I can smell it. Stinks like Switch 2 in here.
Yeah. Okay, post in Discord. Thank you. Oh my God, is that what happened? Did you just ping us in your Discord, that one girl, and we have the that one girl army come through? That's possible. Appreciate that. We are serious though. We really need to get to 1,000 subs, or I'm gonna cry.
Yeah, we're getting close. We're close.
I'm gonna cry.
What are we at?
Dude, we've been qualified to. Let me answer your question because you asked that. We are at, what is the number? It's 878 or 879.
Oh, we're getting there.
Yeah, we're super close. But we've been teased with this full monetization for literally over a year now. We have been ready to be fully monetized on YouTube for over a year. The only bottleneck we're having is this sub count number. We just can't seem to fully put over the top. But we make progress every year. 879, thanks, Aiden. So yeah, this is why I don't eat before the podcast. I just burp for like an hour. Like I'm gonna be burping the entire show.
Dude, I ate so much popcorn at the movies. I was telling you before we jumped on, I went and saw Beetlejuice.
Yeah, dude, how was that?
Beetlejuice, actually. It was great. I'm telling you, it was so good.
Yeah.
It was really good, man. If you like the original, this is good, man. It's really good. I gotta be honest, the beginning's kind of slow, but once Michael Keaton gets on screen,
yeah.
Oh my God, he's perfect, man. He's absolutely perfect. It's hilarious.
Yeah.
It's written so well. God, the jokes, every joke lands perfectly. It's all that quick, you know what I mean? That quick Beetlejuice wit. He's popping up doing this, dumb shit. It was very good.
What's up, Mega Boy? Good to see you. Full Metal.
Saturday,
Good to see you.
can't wait.
Hey, Full Metal. Michael Ali. What? That's an inside joke.
The original's so weird. It is weird. It's very weird. This is very much like the original. Very
good.
much.
That's good. That's good.
It feels like the original. There's like a whole nother layer of stuff going on, but it's cool.
Brandon, what's up, man? What's up? And we had a question earlier. We were asked, what is Johnny Evo's chip day count? And Drip, if you weren't aware,
I don't know. It's too fucking high.
If you weren't aware, I started in Johnny and Cheesy's Discord, the Communication Error Podcast Discord, which you guys should go join if you like their show. I started every day posting what the day is. And I started from, well, I started late, but I started the count from when the day of the direct where he was wrong. So we are currently at day 82 of Johnny not just not eating the chip, not having any information about where the chip is, except for, I will say this, I'm going to say it on the main episode later, but Johnny called us out because we called him out on the show last week. And he's saying that he's living rent free in our heads. He's misunderstanding. He's misunderstanding what's going on here. My man
lose sleep at night.
My man
over him not eating this
promised.
chip.
We're holding him accountable for
that's all
for
it
not
is.
For not just our needs because we want to see him eat the chip because he was wrong, but for him and his audience's accountability.
Yeah.
His accountability for his
He's the
audience.
one who should be losing sleep at night.
Exactly.
He's the one who. Yeah,
yes.
We're in his head. That's what's going on here.
Because I tell you, I know we're in his head because I'm also tweeting at him every now and again. Just a little pot shot, like, "Where's the chip?" Just every now and again, I'll comment on something of his on Twitter. I'll be like,
I just saw his name pop
chip?
up in the corner of the screen
And-
here, somewhere
and
in Discord. He just said something somewhere.
Yeah, he hasn't like him and I were usually very like back and forth on Twitter. He's like said nothing to me for the past like 2 weeks, and it's I'm in his head. He's seeing me comment, "Where's the chip?" and he's purposely not responding. Meaning,
where is it? Where is the chip?
You probably saw him in our private thread that you have not probably looked at yet. I'm trying to get some people together to play some games on Friday.
I saw it pop up.
Yeah.
I may be interested in that.
Yeah, and depending who's going to be there, we'll see what's up with that. But yeah, I would love to play with our friends that we're creating here. Love to play some maybe Among Us possibly because that's like the game I think we all probably have. It'd be kind of fun.
Yes.
What's up? Hey, yeah, Brandon. What's up, man?
Hey, Ari.
Hey, Ari.
He avoids avoids it. Yeah, he does avoid it.
My
Whatever.
fantasy team moves up. Nuh-uh, Hari, you did win though. You did a great job. You're in his head because he's in your head. That's not true, Aiden. He's not. I'm sleeping just fine. He's the one like.
Same.
He's the one like, ooh, I should really get this chip soon, I guess. How long?
He ain't gonna show up on Friday. He didn't want to hear us give him shit about the chip.
Yeah, and when I started this counter to raise awareness for the fact that he's not eating this chip, it was at like day 70. He went 70 days of people hardly even like questioning where this chip was. So I'm leading the revolution to hold him accountable to eat the fucking chip.
Hey, I like it. Eat the chip.
Gobble gobble. You guys are insane tonight. We already have 16 likes, and you guys are hanging out with 20 viewers. Thank you guys. It's good to see. It's been a little while since we had these numbers.
Yeah,
appreciate it.
Make sure you leave a like.
That's
Make sure
indeed.
You leave it.
If we get to 20 likes, I'll buy the chip for Johnny. Just kidding. I'm not gonna do that, bro.
I'll fucking do it.
What's up, Jeff, dude? What's up?
Do we have his address? I'll send it to his fucking doorstep.
I'm thinking about it. If you pay me soon, maybe I'll buy him his chip.
We'll see. I mean, I do.
Yeah.
Listen, if we can get his address, I'll send it to his fucking doorstep.
Oh my God, yeah. Last year, VT. Oh, Virginia Tech.
Virginia Tech.
Yeah.
I'd love to come down, man. I'd love to come down. I'm sure it'd be a hell of a time down there.
Joey, I don't think that I'm holding him accountable more than Cheesy. I mean, maybe a little bit. I'm not trying to throw shade on Cheesy. I think Cheesy's got a handful over there. But the thing is Johnny and I are very similar. We're both Philly boys. So I understand a Philly boy. So I can, it's like two magnets, like, we're just kind of fight. Oh, not magnets, like maybe like a bowl, two bowls just kind of going at it. Two guys equally matched. Cheesy might be a little outmatched. No offense, Cheesy. It's hard to wrangle a Philly guy, and I understand. I'm one of them.
I gotta take this.
You should know something about that, Jerb. I'm pretty hard to handle sometimes.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's.
Yes.
Yeah. I make no sense. I know. I talk out of my ass a lot. I shouldn't do that.
It's fine.
Part of being a Philly boy.
You don't. No. What?
Surprised Philly pulled off the win over Green Bay. Yes, the Eagles did win over Green Bay. That was a good game. But we're here to talk about PS5. We're gonna be talking about PS5 in a minute.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like we could just start.
Yeah, I don't see why not. You guys ready for a show in the chat? Hello? Hey Drip, I'm going
Hero says he's buying the PS5 Pro.
And that would make sense.
I mean, if you
based
got the
off
money,
of,
I mean, hey, who cares?
That would make. I mean, listen, there is a market for the PS5 Pro, and we'll talk about that in our show. Drip, why don't you turn down the music a little bit so we can get this show in the room? All right, you guys ready for this? Ocho, what's up? Good to see you.
No.
Welcome everyone to the Triple G Podcast. I'm your host, Uncle G, but with me is host Your Media Gaming. We record this podcast live every Wednesday at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. You can listen to this podcast on Apple, Spotify, or anywhere you listen to podcasts. You can also become a member of this podcast and get extra podcast content every single month. It's on YouTube. You can check that link out in the description below. Drip, what is up, man? We got a brand new console announced.
Yay. Yay.
You should be more enthused about it than you are, Drip.
Yay! Yes!
A brand new console!
Pro!
Yes!
I'm tired. I'm excited.
Are you? Are you really excited?
November 7th, baby. Let's go.
Hey,
No,
Drip, are you? Would you say that you're tired?
I'm tired. Maybe. Yeah. Yes. I would say that.
Yeah. So yeah, PS5 Pro has been announced. And hold on a second. I know a lot of you guys usually watch us for our Nintendo content. We're going to take a Nintendo spin on this later, but I think it's too much of a hot button topic and too interesting for Drip and I both to let us pass by. So we're going to talk about the PS5 Pro tonight, because if you guys did not hear, the PS5 Pro dropped, And there are some really interesting details that we'll get to in a second. But before we do that, I need to do a quick Google search. And that Google search is going to be Drip and Jeeb. Because we have a 5-star review to read. Maybe.
Oh,
Maybe.
Do we really?
I don't know. I didn't check. Yes, we do.
God,
A brand new podcast.
Do we?
We do we have one to read. It was a really long one. We're going to read it anyway. Here we go. One of the best casual podcasts I've come to love. Is that a backhanded compliment? I don't know. Anyway, if you're a Nintendo fan looking for a delightful podcast to listen to while you drive, while you cook, or to cap your night, look no further. Hosted by two incredible, consistent, and genuine kind podcasters, this is a true gem in the gaming world. Each episode is like catching up with old friends who share your passion for Nintendo and general gaming as well. Their enthusiasm is infectious, and their thoughtful insights make every episode a treat. Whether they're diving into the latest game release or sharing nostalgic memories, their warmth and dedication shines through. Keep it up, guys. Took me a while to finally write a review. Sorry about that. From David. David. Somebody's trying to pander for a $50 eShop gift card, baby.
I think so.
Somebody's trying to pander for
dude,
eShop
that's like
gift
AI,
card.
man. That's AI.
Yeah, I guarantee
That's
it.
crazy.
No, we shouldn't be hating on David because he wrote some very kind words, whether or not it was ChatGPT or him. Either way, thank you, David, very much for your 5-star review. And if you guys want to leave a 5-star review, you can do that through Apple Podcasts. Although, like we announced last week, there's some issues right now that we're not able to see reviews that happen outside the United States. So for that reason, you should take a screenshot of the review that you leave and leave it in our Discord, our brand new Discord, which you can go down below anywhere you're listening to your podcast. Just go in the description feed and follow or subscribe to our Discord channel. Of course, it's free. Just need to download Discord. And if you're a member, connect your YouTube channel to Discord, and you get all this access to our Discord. And if you're a member, you have some private access as well, members only stuff. But yeah, so screenshot your review and leave it on our Discord so we can actually see your review, so you can actually be counted toward this gift card that we're going to be giving away soon. We already gave it away, but the person never reached out to us. So we're going to give that card away again. We're just going to take a little bit extra time to do that.
$50 eShop gift card just waiting for somebody.
So yes, thank you guys for the 5-star review. Drip, anything to say before I move on here?
No, I don't.
Good.
Don't have anything to say.
David was very kind to us. That was
good. Yeah, it was a good review. It's nice.
Yes. And speaking of good reviews, we're going to get to today's sponsor, which is MobilePad. Drip, you and I have both tried a bunch of third-party Joy-Cons, but I think we can say the MobilePad M6 HDs are the best we've ever used. Hands down. They got tons of features. They have HD rumble, amiibo support, and the list goes on. And MobilePad's other products are the Pro Controller alternative, which is called the MobilePad Chai 2, the MobilePad Nintendo Switch Dock, MobilePad M6 HD, a cheaper alternative to the M6 HDs, and much more. I really can't think of anything that they make that's not great quality, Drip.
No, I love everything they make. I use their Joy-Cons almost exclusively at this point. The M6 HDs are great. I like the white ones, but I also like these ones that I made, the cotton candies. They have their faceplates that you can buy. You can get them in pink, you can get them in white, and now you can get them in black, which is great. I don't have those down here because they're actually on my Switch upstairs. But the cool thing about the black one is, and I didn't know this until I actually opened up the box, but the black ones come with a pair of the faceplates that are white. So if you buy the black ones, you actually have white faceplates that come with them. I don't know. I love them, man. I love them. It's all I use.
Absolutely, dude. You guys can find MobilePad's products in our links down in the description, wherever you listen to your podcast feed. That is mobilepad.com. Make sure to go to mobilepad.com to get all their products in one place. And they got some awesome deals there as well. So make sure to get those deals before they go. And you guys can also follow them on Facebook down below. Make sure to follow them on Facebook to stay up to date with whatever they got going on over on Facebook. Thank you, MobilePad, for sponsoring today's episode. Drip. Will MobilePad make devices for the PS5 Pro?
No.
You seem so confident. You seem so confident. Do they make stuff for the PlayStation as it is right now? I don't know about that. No? Well, they're probably going to make things for the Pro because nobody's going to buy it. It'd be a bad business decision for MobilePad.
Somebody's going to buy it.
So, yeah.
We've had people in our chat already tonight saying they're going to buy it.
That's right.
That's fine. Buy it. You should buy it.
Yeah, so this is not going to be a hate podcast, right? So if you guys are here for drama or for us to trash on the PS5, I think we're going to give our honest opinions, but I don't think either of us are going to trash the PS5 Pro.
Hey, speak for yourself.
I'm not going to trash the PS5 Pro. What I am going to say is kind of what I've already said on my YouTube channel, because I've streamed the last couple of days and left the video. If you guys want to check that out, again, link in the description for that. First video I posted this year, Drip. That's kind of weird.
Yeah, man. And it's fucking, it's like September. So.
Yeah, I know. First video in the year. Only took 9 months.
Yeah.
But yeah, so I already covered this. So I really want to hear from Drip. But before we hear from Drip, let's just get to a couple basics here. So if you guys are not familiar, because a lot of you guys are Nintendo people. And again, we'll get to a Nintendo spin on this in a minute. So
it's
stick around
November
for that.
7th. I see you have November 6th.
Oh, is it? I had the wrong date. Okay, it's coming out
7th.
in early November. Drip says it's November 7th. The pricing has been announced. Now we're only going to talk about the U.S. pricing because we're American boys. And you guys can calculate at home what it is for your currency. But the PS5 Pro is launching on November 7th for $700 US. I do know that it is also 700 euros, if I'm not mistaken, which, Drip, is more money than $700 US. So it's
right.
For people overseas, it's going to cost even more than we're going to pay over here in America, which is nuts. And the biggest kicker of it all, now that would be fine, right? $700 is actually I actually thought that was in the ballpark of what it might end up being. But if you want to watch my video as well, I want to plug in one more time because I did a reaction of the live stream, and I caught in the moment during the live stream, they only showed us one picture of the PS5 Pro. And typically with these announcements, they show two versions. Like for Xbox, for example, they show the Series X and they show the Series S. For PlayStation, they show the disc version and the disc-less version. Nintendo, they show the Switch Lite and whatever, right? So for the PS5 Pro, they only showed us one device and it did not have a disc slot. So they were telling you right up front, without telling you anything, that they're not selling a bundle with a disc drive. And the disc-less version, the one without the disc drive.
Not yet, anyway. Not yet.
Right. The version without the disc drive is going to cost you $700.
That's okay. That's where I think that's nuts, first of all. I mean, obviously, that's a high price. But the rumors were it was going to be $600 for the discless version, and $700 for the disc version. But then they just showed up with just the disc version for the higher rumored oh man, when I saw that I was like, holy shit, man. Like I mean, God bless.
It's too much money. I mean, it's really objectively too much money.
That's a lot, man. And I know some people can justify it and that's fine, but that's a lot of money to be asking for it's not a PC, it's a console.
Yeah.
Like that's a lot. Like the line between console and PC is just, it's so blurred now. You know what I mean? Because you're getting so close. And I know you said this on your stream the other day, but like, you don't have to buy brand new parts to build a PC. Right. You could get away with buying really good high-end parts that are used and end up with a PC for not much more than that, right? I mean, you could get in at $1,000, right? It's
commonplace in the PC building community to it's actually encouraged to go out and find yourself good used parts, whether that's on like something like Marketplace, Craigslist, or more reputable places like a Best Buy or whoever sells used parts. Because a lot of parts in a PC are just fine. Like they're going to last. There's parts of your PCs, technically only last a certain time because the tech gets outdated, but there's certain
except mine will last forever.
There's certain parts in PCs that don't really need upgrading for a long time. At least they're going to last longer than certain things. Like, your CPU, GPU, those are things that get outdated pretty quick. But like there are other things inside your computer, like the main thing being your case. Like you can pick up used cases to save a ton of money on the market because brand new cases cost a lot of money. But
did you know you can actually use like box fans? You don't even need actual fans.
Stop it
put
right
a box
now.
Fan up beside there, keep it cool. I don't even have a box fan on mine. No fans at all. It's just
that's why it's working just fine. There's other parts too, like you got your fans and whatnot, RAM sticks, even whatever. There are parts in the PC that you can get used, and you can save a ton of money by doing that. So what was I got off on this tangent?
It's just a lot of money.
Yes.
I'm just the line is so blurred now between that, and then again you're talking about $80 more if you want the disc drive. To even play the discs that you've already bought, if you're going down that road. And again, I know this is not for everybody. This is for the hardcore PlayStation people, but still, you got to pay $80 more if you want to play the discs you already bought, and then. And I know this is $30, and if you're spending $700 and then $80, what's $30? But they really couldn't put the stand in with
Yeah.
the fucking console. Are you serious?
So let's get to
Like
that.
you can't include on the Pro model. You can't include the stand for $700. No stand. Sorry, you got to pay 30 extra. No disc drive.
Let's talk about
$80
this.
more.
Let's talk about this price a little bit more because this is going to be really, this is going to come into play big time when we talk about the Nintendo Switch 2 later.
Yeah.
Again, $700 for the PS5 Pro, and there's only one model as of right now, and probably not going to be another model. $700.
No, there won't be.
Then if you want the disc drive, which a lot of people are going to want that because a lot of people have their games, and there's only certain games on the PS5 that actually can take advantage of the PS5 Pro. That we're going to talk about that list of games. It's a small one later. So let's say you have some of those games on that list. Physically, you're in order to take advantage of your PS5 Pro that you just bought, you're going to have a disc drive. So disc drive is sold separately for $80. Okay, now you're racking up to $780. Okay, I just mentioned the stand. The stand is $30 for something that should be included. That's like saying in order to turn your device, like the power cable is $20.
That's extra, yeah. Okay, but listen,
it doesn't come in the box. You have to have one.
Nintendo's done that before, though. Nintendo has done that. They used to sell 3DSs without the chargers.
That's true.
They just assume, oh, you have a charger, and if not, you have to buy one. And it's not like it's like a USB.
Right. It wasn't standard.
Like it's a regular,
it wasn't a standard. That's true.
No, it was something crazy.
But here's the thing, Drip. They were charging their chargers for way less money, right? Their product, the console itself was way less money. This wasn't a revision product. I guess the PS5 Pro is technically a revision, but it's not really.
I mean, it is. It is. It is. Yes.
I guess you could. I'm not trying to defend Nintendo. I'm just trying to emphasize how bad this looks for Sony. Nintendo has done that in the past. Yes, that was bad.
No, it does look bad. It's terrible. And let me ask you this: Do you think it looks worse that they sell it for $700 with no disc drive? Or would it have looked worse if they would have said, we can give you $700 with no disc drive, and then they had an $800 version that had the disc drive? And then we're looking at a PlayStation 5 Pro that costs $800 on screen.
No,
would that have looked worse?
It's hard to know because we're not living in that reality. But if
I know, I'm trying to like picture in my mind how I would like take like the 700 was hard to see. 800 would have been like, ooh, good God.
What I was thinking going into the event was we're going to see two models. We're going to see a discless version for $599 and a disc version for $699. So if I would have saw $699 for the discless version and $799 for the disc version, I would have complained that it was way too expensive. But here we are already complaining that it's too expensive. We don't need that $799 device to say that. In fact, they actually did something better. I think it would have been worse. Yeah. I think you're right. It would have been worse if they would have I think they would have been worse if they would have said,
if they would have had $799.
Yeah.
I
think I said in my stream in my video, I think it should have been $749 for the disc version. So you get a savings of $30 if you buy the bundle.
That would make sense. That would just encourage people to buy, I think.
We have a response here from Full Metal, which is a good question regarding this topic. Does the disk drive contribute to overheating? If so, I bet that's why there's no internal drive. So the answer to that, I'm not like the best qualified person to answer, but I do believe pretty certainly that the disk drive does not contribute to overheating whatsoever.
Yeah, it shouldn't.
And especially got to know the PS5 the way it is now. The new versions and how the PS5 Pro is going to be is a modular design. It's something you can just pop on and pop off. So that modular thing you're popping on the disk drive to your existing console is not going to add heat inside the console. It's an external device that just plugs in with just a little widget.
And the way they designed it, it looks like the way they designed it uses the exact same one.
Yes.
For the smaller PlayStations, right?
I suspect
that same exact little unit that just goes on the side. You take the plate off and put the other one on. It's got the drive with it.
It's the same unit. Yeah.
I mean, that's smart. I guess that's smart. I don't know.
Actually, that's a question. That's a question we should have. Are these PS5 Pro disc drives? Are these special
I
PS5
don't think they
Pro
are.
disc drives?
I'm pretty sure I did see that they are the same drive. I'm just wondering if they're the same size, like the actual same drive.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like the way that it fits on the side. I think it is. It looks like it could be. It looks like it's a little taller. I didn't look at the specs on like the actual size, but I'm pretty sure it's the same exact drive.
Yeah.
You can look into that though. And I see you got here that only the PlayStation 3 was more expensive if you adjust for inflation.
Yeah, that's not me. That's Jeff Keighley.
Okay, well, I wanna bring something up. I don't know if you remember this, but PlayStation got their fucking asses kicked when they put out that PlayStation 3 for that much money. I don't know if you remember that.
I was gaming at that time. I 360 days.
That was when Xbox was on top, because PlayStation came out and they tried to charge way too much for the PS3.
Yeah.
And then they had to back the price off.
Right. So
Jeff Keighley needs to stop. He just needs to stop.
So Jeff Keighley, Drip just said Jeff Keighley's name. Jeff Keighley put a tweet out there, and he says as following: "Here's inflation-adjusted prices for the mainline PlayStation consoles since launch. PS1 in 1995 in today's dollars was $611. PS2 in today's dollars, $546. PS3, $778 US.
It was expensive.
PS4, $538. PS4 Pro, $522. PS5, which this is actually, I think this is more fascinating. This is one of the more fascinating details, I think, because this is only 4 years ago. 4 years ago, the PS5 came out at $499. But in 2024, this is how bad inflation is right now. It's $606. That's insane. That is
nuts.
Insane. But again, PS5 Pro, $699. And actually, I think we can actually use that data point there. The PS5 in 2020 was $606. That's a good showing of why this device costs $700.
I guess. But at this point, it's like, okay. And I know the answer to this question, but why even do it at this point? Like, why?
Why do what?
Why if we're gonna have prices this high? I just don't get it. The prices going this high is what I can't wrap my head around. Like, the whole point of a console was so it's an affordable thing that you can get in your house to play games, not a PC. Not a PC where you're spending $1,000, $2,000, $3,000. But the line is just so skewed now.
Yeah.
And I mean, okay, and that's the thing. Think about this. This thing's $700. What's the PS6 going to be?
Well,
what's the PS6 going to cost?
That's a great question.
And Microsoft said they're not putting out a mid-gen refresh. They're not doing that. So what's the next Xbox thing going to cost when they put it out? Because they're going to stay close to each other in price, but this is the new standard. $700 is going to be the new standard.
Yeah. I don't think that's the case, because here's why. Sony is really kind of touting this device. They're making it seem like this is a pro level, like an actual pro level product. Like in more specific terms, this is a premium level product. Okay. The regular models are not premium. They're just the models that they sell. This is the premium version.
But so was the PS4 Pro was the premium version. The PS5 was more than that.
Yeah, I think the difference between then and now is the inflation, because inflation is not just on the consumer, it's on the business. And I watched Arlo's video earlier that he posted. I don't know if it was yesterday or today, but I watched it today. And Arlo had really good points. I recommend you guys all check out Arlo. It's his second channel, his other channel. Go check out his video on the PS5 Pro, because he kind of said everything that I think, and better, because that's how Arlo does. He's a professional. The businesses are the way businesses are handling the inflation is basically taking all that extra money that it costs them and they're throwing it onto the consumer. So the business is making the same amount of money they would have made if they would have released it as a cheaper product with less inflation, because the person buying the product is taking that entire burden. So that $700 is like basically $100 to $200 worth of inflation that Sony's going, nah, we have to make our margins, bro. You're going to pay that margin. As the consumer.
I don't know. It's the price of this thing, I think, is just, it's a lot, man.
It's a lot. It's a lot. And inflation is terrible, and it affects everybody. But unfortunately, businesses are taking it upon themselves to push that against us right now. And it is what it is. If you want this premium device, you get to pay for it. And if you're angry about it being so expensive, don't buy it. That's the only way these companies are going to get their get the message. But unfortunately, it doesn't work like that. I can't tell you guys to not buy this thing. All these things that happen in gaming all the time, with these protests, like the Bayonetta situation. Don't buy a Bayonetta because they didn't pay the voice actor, which I supported her, by the way. I supported her, but it doesn't work. You can't just like, not everyone's going to get on board. It's not like the old days where you could word of mouth get together with people and stop something, and that actually makes a difference. Internet doesn't work the same.
This anyway.
No,
it doesn't matter.
Well,
this
no. There's going to be a boycott of the PS5 Pro because it's too expensive. You know,
but it doesn't matter. There's not going to be. This is not for everybody anyway. It's just not.
Yeah.
I mean, obviously they did well enough with their PS4 Pro that they said a mid-gen refresh for a PS5 Pro is something that would be smart for us to do. And we haven't even really talked about like what it is.
Yeah.
Because that's this part that, I mean, the price is fucking crazy. I'm sorry. It's nuts. I'm not buying it. I told you I'm going to stick with my PlayStation 5 Amateur Edition. I'm good with that. I don't need the Pro. They're also raising prices of the controller. They announced that right before they announced the event. A little bit before they announced the event, they said, "Oh yeah, we're also raising the price of the DualShock."
So every DualShock version got a bump in price. So the white version.
But did it get an upgrade? Because that was a rumor too, that there was going to be an upgraded version of it, and that's why it cost more.
The existing SKUs that were already there is just freezed up $5 for every model, and the color models are already $5 more expensive. So they also went up $5, but the white model, the regular model, stayed or went up $5. It's scaled, you know.
Yeah. Everything's up $5.
Yeah, and we're not gonna let Sony get away with that one either, because that was kind of sneaky. And they just kind of raised every PS5 controller for really no reason. And again, Arlo addressed that too, and it just goes to show you how cutthroat they are right now. Sony is like they're not gonna lose any dollars where they think they should lose. They're going to raise the price on us in every chance they can take because their bottom dollar is most important, because that's how cutthroat their business is. And you know what? That's how most businesses stay afloat, is being cutthroat like that.
I mean, especially right now.
Yeah.
Well, let me ask you this. Mm-hmm. $700. We haven't talked about what this thing actually is. Let me ask you
Does it matter?
This. Let me ask you this. Not even getting into the specs, because we'll talk about a little bit of that, because that's very interesting. I do want to talk about that. But not even getting into that. Just
this thing does like VR 8K, right? I mean, no doubt, right? You can like, and it has a battery built in. You can like walk around with it on your back, right?
No, sir.
It's like, it turns into a Transformer Autobot.
And it's actually your new friend. It's your new best friend.
Yeah.
And it protects you.
It walks around and says, "I love you. Play me."
Yeah. So just looking at what they showed us in the presentation, just the side-by-side comparison of what the PS5 Pro looks like compared to the PS5, do you think this is a marginal difference that is actually something that makes sense to buy? Maybe not even just for you, but like in the grand scheme of everything. Do you think it is a big enough step to justify the price, or justify even a revision at all?
The answer to your question is no, it's not. Just to give you a straight up answer, unlike a politician, we just watched the debate last night. I'm gonna give you a straight up answer. Unlike our politicians,
quality entertainment. That was quality entertainment.
I'm gonna give you a straight up answer to that question. No, the answer is no. It is not worth the money. But there is a secondary answer I'd like to cover, because I think it's getting some hate right now because of how expensive it is, which deserves the hate. Okay, it deserves the hate. But here's the difference. I do think because people are making jokes like, "Oh, you could barely see the difference," which is true. And that's modern tech. That's modern gaming. That's modern technology as a whole right now, is you have to take this magnifying glass out every year to see the difference in the new iPhone. And the same goes with tech at large. The difference between the PS5 and the PS5 Pro is different. There is a difference. And the main one being I think the way they described it in their presentation was, if you can look at it like this, the not performance, what's the non-performance mode? The fidelity. The fidelity mode of the PS5 would run at 30 frames per second.
Yeah.
And it would show a high resolution.
Yes.
And the performance version, or the performance mode on PS5, would show you 60 frames per second, but would reduce that fidelity a little bit, so it's a little bit less sharp, etc. What the PS5 Pro will do is make that fidelity mode on PS5 60 frames per second. So you're going to get that fidelity that you were missing out on the old device, and getting the higher 60 frames per second. That is largely what the difference is between the two devices.
Yeah,
they're not
that's
gonna.
what it
they're
is.
literally not gonna look any different outside of frame rate because the max resolution is not changing all that much, if at all. It's really just.
There is several. There is
it's
a
real-
few instances where it is.
Okay, right.
Gran Turismo 7 is going to have an 8K mode.
Yeah.
It will have an 8K mode. But that's going to be the one that you're really going to be able to see, I think, with this. The 4K ray tracing mode that they're going to have with that. Like,
yeah, and the ray tracing.
They did show some stuff that was the only part of Oliver. I was like, holy shit. Like,
ray tracing is really
incredible.
Cool. As our friend on the show recently told us, Buddy Rudy, he told us how awesome ray tracing is and described to Drip and I how much cooler ray tracing was to what we thought it was. It ain't just more reflections. It is a massive technological leap that we have right now with ray tracing, and the fact that the PS5 Pro is going to have better ray tracing is really awesome because ray tracing is sweet.
I mean, you can tell. That is one. Like, I think that was the one part in the whole entire presentation where I looked at it and I was like, oh shit. I think there was a few little things they stopped in, like The Last of Us Part 2, where you could see like, okay, like the bushes are just a blob here, but over here you can see the leaves. Like, okay, but like, honestly, like, let's be honest, especially as like Nintendo guys, whatever. Like, I play a PS5 game now, and I'm sorry, that's not what I'm looking at. I don't care that much. Even if it's running 30 frames per second and I've got it in, whatever, the high fidelity mode, it's like, it looks great. And then even when you go down to like run it in 60 frames per second and it's in, the performance mode and it takes a little bit of hit on graphic, it still looks fucking great. Yeah. Like, it's still like, go play Spider-Man 2 in either one of those modes. It's incredible. It's incredible. And I don't, the minuscule, I just don't.
It's minuscule, and that's why it's not worth the extra $200. But as far as is there a difference? Don't let the internet fool you. There is a difference between the two devices, and you're going to get better performance. Is it worth your $200? It's going to depend on your bank account, and that's not something Drip or I or anybody on the internet can tell you whether that's worth it. It's your bank account.
My bank account said,
everybody,
fuck off, you're not buying that
I got
shit.
PNC. I mean, log into my PNC right now, and let's see. Oh,
no. Sorry.
It ain't
not
worth
for
it.
you.
It's as simple as that, guys, especially if you have already a PS5. Don't buy this thing. Even if you can afford it,
that's a good
why would you do that? I mean,
that's a good point. If you don't have one, though,
play more games. Why would you play?
That's good for the people who don't have one, too. Like, all the older ones,
yes,
the used ones, those are going to go down. Like, those are going to go down now. You're going to be able to get, and you did say they're offering refurbished ones for like $350 now.
Yeah, so dude brought this up.
That's a good discounts. I mean, that's good too.
But also, yes, so Sony is now offering the original PS5 and PS5,
which is what I have, and it's fine.
So the original discless version is going to go down to, and this is refurbished, not brand new, guys. This is refurbished prices, but they're going to start selling. They're going to start selling refurbished Sony refurbished PS5 discless version for $350, and then they're going to sell a disc version for $400. And it's refurbished, not brand new, and it is only $100 off of what the normal price is, but it's $100, and you're going to get Sony quality, and you're going to get that Sony 1-year warranty with that refurbishment. So it is.
That's nice.
I can tell you right now, Mrs. G and I we want a PS5 for Christmas, and we're not going to get the Slim or the Pro, but we're going to get the original because why? It doesn't matter. It's just a little bit extra.
My God,
bigger.
you could get a refurbished one from Sony
so
for $350.
I'm going to talk to her about it. We're probably going to end up getting this refurbished one if it's still available during Christmas time. We're going to get a refurbished one. Because
I'm sure they will be.
I'm
sure that's the whole reason they're even making these is so they can have a bunch of stock for Christmas to sell.
I would much rather have a refurbished version than a random used one on eBay any day of the week. So, and $400 because I want the disc version. $400 is the fair ask.
Oh yeah. You would want the disc version.
Yeah, I definitely
weirdo.
I like my physical media, dude. I got movies, dude. Watching Star Wars in its full resolution.
I know.
It's good. Non-streaming. It's good. Blu-ray. Yeah. Blu-ray 4 Ultra HD 4K is beautiful. So yeah, I'm gonna get the refurbished is great, and I'm glad that they're offering this. And I feel like that was completely damage control because they've had some. They're taking it hard on the chin right now. I sent you a meme that I don't have it on my computer, but I have it on my phone. That meme that's of Sony and the past 3 weeks for them. I mean, I'm sure I can find it really quick here.
Like they're done, and then Astrobot comes out, which I haven't bought yet. I am going to get that. That looks amazing. It looks really good. It's being reviewed really well.
So Concord, right? Concord came.
Like basically canceled it. That shit's coming back as free to play, which God, that hurts.
So they had the Concord controversy, which was crazy. So that game's it's a AAA title that they're completely wiping off the face of the earth and maybe bring it back free to play. So they had that downer. It was looking bad for Sony, and then suddenly Astrobot comes out, and everybody loves Sony again because that game looks fucking awesome.
Like through the roof, high,
yeah. So that game looks awesome, and now, so then they went back up, and then now they're back down in the news cycle because their PS5 Pro is an insane ask. What a month for Sony, and it's only 11 days long.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. It's a lot of money. It's a lot of money, and it's not. There's not a lot going on there. I mean, what is it? So the GPU is, what did they say, like 40% faster or something? And then they have the AI stuff. The AI stuff, I think, is like the coolest part.
Yes.
Of all of this, though.
And I want to talk about the AI stuff, but first we have breaking news. Play a breaking news sound. You got any? Play something. I don't know. Where's Lenny? Breaking news. The person who left us our 5-star review, David, is in our live chat right now. And I want to bring up
I did see him pop in.
Yeah, so David says, "Yo, just made it to the show. That's my review." Laughing my ass off. It was not AI. I am a teacher and deal with the nonsense AI on a daily basis, so trust me, that's pretty funny.
All right. Well, then that was a really, really nice review. Thank you. Very well written.
Thank you very much, David. That was incredibly well written.
Really appreciate it.
I'll make sure to tell my fiance that you're a teacher, so you get some extra brownie points.
Oh yeah, she's the one who picks. She picks. So.
She picks her favorite one. So,
G, AI.
Yeah.
Speaking of AI upscaling is what we're dealing with here.
Yeah.
This is the thing, not this specific thing. Let's before we jump in. What's it called? It is called
Pisser.
Yeah, where is it? Did you put it in the
Yeah, it's in the pod room. Yeah, it's there.
PSSR.
Yeah.
Which stands for PlayStation Spectral Super Resolution.
Sounds
not to be mistaken with NVIDIA's DLSS or AMD's FSR.
Yeah.
These are basically the same things. These are AI upscaling technologies that are basically filling in the gaps between pixels, making things sharper, brighter, better looking. I was really, really excited to see that part of this. Of everything that I saw, that was the thing. I was like, okay, it's in a console. Like, this is a thing that is going to be probably, I mean, this is probably going to be a standard thing going forward in consoles, I would imagine.
Yeah.
I mean, all the stuff we've heard about, because that's the biggest thing for me, obviously. All the stuff we've heard about NVIDIA and DLSS in the Switch 2. I feel like now that we've seen Sony do this, like, I guarantee you at this point, and I think we've already known that, but like Nintendo has been using this. This is what they're doing.
Yeah.
I think this kind of not confirms it, but all but. You know what I mean?
Yeah, for sure. Nintendo is going to be utilizing AI upscaling in some form or fashion. We suspect it's DLSS because they're using NVIDIA's chips.
Oh yeah, they've got a deal with NVIDIA. That's 10-year deal actually.
Yeah. So I mean, it's good. It was already rumored years ago that was going to happen, and now that Sony's doing it in their home console, their Pro home console, I think it's a lock for the DLSS is going to be involved in the Switch too. Now they might call it something else. They might, like for example, PSSR is something. It's not FSR,
well, I'm sure
not DLSS.
It'll be called something else because you're right. This is the same general thing, but this is like PlayStation's. Yeah, I saw that too. Jeff makes a good point there, but this is like PlayStation's version of it. It's the same thing, and I wonder if this is like. AMD's the one who do PlayStation stuff, right? I'm pretty sure.
AMD is FSR, yes. So yes.
I wonder if this is just a version of FSR that they've made for Sony. I'm not sure this isn't Sony doing this themselves.
No, 1,000. I bet my life on that. It's FSR with branding of Sony.
It's probably
a special FSR with branding.
I'm sure
for Sony.
It's not just FSR. I'm sure it's just
it's made for the console.
yeah, it's made for the PlayStation 5, so it
Yeah.
runs. Everything is.
There's
what's
your
the word
money.
I'm looking for.
It's development money. That's why the thing costs more money. They're developing this PSSR.
But then the Switch 2 is going to have, it's going to have some technology that's called something dumb, but it's basically going to be DLSS, but optimized for the Switch 2.
Super Nintendo resolution.
Ooh, I love that. Holy shit, I love that. My God.
I leaked it. Super Nintendo
resolution.
Super Nintendo HD.
I like Super Nintendo resolution. So what is it?
What? My Super Nintendo resolution? What is it?
SNR technology.
SNR, yeah.
I like that.
Yeah.
I love that, actually. Okay, that's what it is. But, I mean, that's really cool that they're doing that. And they showed how it works. Like, it is, and it does do what we hoped it would do. I mean, we know it does it. Like, PCs use this. And yeah, FSR, Nintendo has been using FSR. One of the games that they use it in is Switch Sports, for sure.
Splatoon.
Splatoon. Is Tears of the Kingdom?
Absolutely. Absolutely. It is. Tears of the Kingdom is actually using the same engine that runs Switch Sports, which is weird.
Wow.
Yeah.
That is very weird.
It's a different engine. Breath of the Wild is a completely different engine. They rebuilt the engine for Tears of the Kingdom using the same engine that runs Splatoon 3 and Switch Sports.
That's crazy.
Yeah. It's actually, if you think of it, you really got to think about that one.
No wonder it took 7 years.
You really got to think about that one, but it's actually kind of insane. Like, it's not like, it's literally not just DLC. Like, it's literally, they rebuilt the engine for the game.
Yeah.
Anyway.
That is crazy.
Yeah.
But I mean, I don't think this affects anything Nintendo's doing, though. I know that's kind of the question we're at here. Like, does this affect Nintendo Switch 2? Like, what does it affect at all? Whatever that is done. It's done. And I think we're going to hear about it.
Well, I think
really
yeah,
soon.
I think, from physically, the console, what it looks like and all that. Yeah, of course, it's done. It's finished. It's just a matter of time. But the question I have, Drip, is does this affect the release time of the system, of the Switch 2?
I'm still on the boat at this point.
I'm talking about, does Nintendo want to push, or do they want to push up or push back? Because do they feel pressure either way? Does Nintendo feel any bit of pressure from Sony releasing this console right now?
I can tell you right now, Nintendo is scared to release the Switch 2. No matter what. No matter what Sony's doing, no matter what Xbox is doing, no matter what anybody else is doing, doesn't matter what handhelds are out here, doesn't matter. They're fucking terrified because every time they do something good, the next thing they do
fails.
Just doesn't do good. It does terrible.
Yeah.
I mean, it happens a lot. They just can't keep consistent because they always have to have that gimmick. And I mean, we've talked about this several times too. We may be in an era of Nintendo that we've never seen before with all these new people, running the company, not only in Japan, here, like everywhere. Like, this thing could be marketed completely different, and they may not be doing this whole giant gimmick thing. It may just be a Switch 2 with an extra way to switch, keeping it simple, lots more power, which is what everybody wants. That's all they got to do. I mean, if they're doing something else, then yeah, they're probably terrified.
Yeah, that was me. You can ignore that because I saved that, what you just said. That's going to be a good podcast episode. The title is, we're in an era of Nintendo that we've never seen before.
Yeah, we haven't. Not a lot of people are talking about that still.
Yeah.
We don't know how they're going to handle the release of this thing. But seeing the fact that they are using that AI stuff, the upscaling stuff, that really makes me happy. I think we're going to hear about the Switch 2. I think it's going to be like next week, man. Honestly.
That is a bold-ass statement. Now tell the people why you think that.
Okay. There's several reasons why. One, obviously there's a ton of people making videos about this. This is not my, whatever. There's a ton of people making videos about this, but there's stuff to back it up. Tokyo Game Show, I think, is the thing that's coming up. They're going to want to show this thing, and they've got 2 weeks. So next week is kind of like the week if they're going to do it before that. If not, they run the risk of showing people behind closed doors what this thing can do, what it is, all this stuff, and then them leaking it. We just had the same problem happen when they were showing all the stuff behind closed doors, and then all of it leaked. They were like, oh, it's Breath of the Wild running at 4K, 60, this, that. All this stuff leaked. So if they don't want that to happen, next week's the time. And then they can talk about it openly and not have to worry about things getting leaked. But there's a lot of other shit happening too. These factories that Nintendo uses to build these things, they're ramping up right now. It's happening.
They're
they are ready to
stuff.
go. Like, yeah, there's all kinds of stuff happening in the background of these factories getting stuff ready to go. It's like they are about to go into production. So, I mean, I don't know. I feel like it just lines up. Like next week is the time. I mean, it could not be. They could not talk about it until fucking, I don't know, February.
2025, yeah.
I just don't think they're going to wait that long. I honestly think, if anything, with this, it puts Nintendo in a place where they don't really have to worry a ton, because this is a completely different thing. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like this is the people who are buying a PS Pro or PS5 Pro, you know, if you're doing that, you know, the Switch 2 is like, yeah, that's fine, but that's not what you're worried about. You're not a Nintendo guy. You're a Sony guy. That's what you're worried about.
And those people exist, man. I saw a tweet earlier that I responded to, and it kind of just drove me nuts because they're missing the point, man. They took a screenshot of the ROG Ally X, which is a 1080p device, and it cost $800, which is 2 facts. And they said, basically to the effect of, and people are complaining about Sony's 8K $700 device. And I'm like, this is a completely different product. That's like saying, man, you think you think you have the nicest fridge in the world? My supercar goes 100 miles an hour. You're like what the fuck are we talking about here? Like, it's a handheld gaming device that has a battery and you can hold in your hands, that has controllers attached to it. And it docks to a TV as well. And this is a home console that sits on your TV. They're different devices. Plus, one's a true console, right? And the other is a computer.
It's basically a PC.
It's a computer. Can you do your taxes on a PS5? No, you can't. You can do your taxes on the ROG Ally X.
Okay.
It's not the same thing.
No, it's not. It's not. I don't think this affects Nintendo really at all. If I'm being honest, I think they could go next week and say, here's what it is. It's coming out on, of course, I see this in the chat too. Yes, it is coming out on March 10th.
What is coming out on March of the Switch 2?
The Switch 2, March 10th. That's when it's coming out. But I think that is going to be around the release. I think it's going to be another March release date. Honestly, I really do. I really think it's going to be, and I feel like the closer and closer we get to all this. And I could be totally wrong, but I think I'm going to be right. I think they're going to announce this thing next week, and I think.
Well, let's talk about that real quick. So September, let me boot up my calendar here real quick. So that September, October, November, December, January, February. That is 7 months, dude. Mm-hmm. In between the announcement and the release. Don't you think that's way too long?
Not for a brand new console.
I think it's too long.
Not for a brand new console.
It's not like insanely too long, but it's too long.
The Switch was only, what's it, 7 months? The Switch was still 6 months. They announced it in October, and it was out in March.
It was like a year. They announced that thing way early without the name.
No, they didn't. The Switch?
No.
It was in October.
Yeah. I'm talking about like the NX, when they started talking about the NX.
They talked
a long
about
time
it. They
before
didn't show anything about it, though. They didn't say
not the
anything.
hardware. Yeah, well, they finally showed you the hardware, and they showed you the name.
It was October. Yeah. And the actual announcement was October, and they put it out in March. I don't see why they won't just do that again, maybe just a month earlier to get a little bit more going. And
they needed time to build and market the Switch, though. They don't need to do that with the Switch 2. In fact, they need the opposite. They need to get that thing out as soon as possible. That's what they need to do. The Switch,
I disagree.
The Switch, they needed to market this thing.
Way off on that. I think they need to market this thing. Because especially if it is a Switch 2, they're going to have to really show people why they need a Switch 2. That's one reason. Second reason is because they're going to have to show us the games. That's something we don't know about yet right now either. The games for the Switch 2. So they're going to need a little bit of lead up time to do this.
Yeah, I'm not saying we need the 2 months. I'm not saying it's like 2 months like the PlayStation 5 Pro.
I think
7 months is excessive.
But
it's
not
excessive.
Okay, I mean, go look because I'm not 100% sure. I mean, Xbox Series X announcement to release. It's a long time.
Right now, I'm not gonna.
It was long. I think it was like 10 months. I'm pretty sure. I know it was announced. No, you know what? It made a bit of.
You know what? But the same thing applies.
A
The same thing applies with that, dude. Because again, the Xbox One was a failure, and they needed time to market this thing to make sure that people knew.
I don't know if
this
it was
is
a
bigger
total
and better
failure.
thing.
It wasn't Wii U failure.
No, it wasn't. Listen, Microsoft is fine no matter what. But if Microsoft wasn't Microsoft, Xbox would be in the grave right now for how bad decisions they've made.
And then PS5, what was that? Because they were doing good.
It was a long time. That was a long time.
What was their lead up time?
But also, again, those two consoles are bad examples as well because that was even COVID. We had stuff to deal with COVID back then, from supply chain issues to getting the product to people's hands. There was COVID to deal with that. Those products.
6 to 7 months is perfect. It's what they did with the Switch. I think it's the perfect lead up time.
I agree, though. Actually, we agree though. We disagree on the exact date, but we agree that I think 6 months is a decent. I would like less, but I think October is the month. And I know your logic is really sound. I understand because Tokyo Games, it's a very sound logic.
They may say fuck it. They may say fuck it. We don't care.
Nintendo is good at secrets. Nintendo is really good at secrets. Only certain things get out rarely, and they're not that big. So I feel like they're just gonna risk it because they always do, and they succeed. I don't think Nintendo's gonna sweat at all about something getting out at Tokyo Games, even if they bring the whole console there. They're not sweating.
If it's not announced before that, they're not bringing the whole console there. They're probably just going to show what it can do, maybe some ideas of things. Yeah. They're not going to bring it. They're not going to let it leak like that before they do it. There's no way. Yeah. Like when it comes to like a game announcement or something, maybe, but they're not going to let that happen. They're not going to let it happen. But that's the thing. If this thing's going into production, I mean, obviously we don't know exactly when, but that's when the leaks start happening. I remember when the Switch Lite was being manufactured, but it hadn't been announced yet.
Yeah.
The rumors were, the Switch Mini, everybody called it the Switch Mini back then. Mm-hmm. But one of the pictures was from a factory. It was the turquoise Switch Lite shell. And everyone was like, it might be real, it might not be real. It turned out being real. It was real. It was the exact thing. So, I mean, once they start doing that stuff, we're gonna see stuff. And they don't want that happening before they announce it. So, I don't know. I think, I don't know. I think what this means for the Switch 2 is just, we're probably getting the AI stuff, which is awesome. So the Switch 2 is going to be really cool. And I don't think it affects their release whatsoever. I think we're going to be seeing this thing next week.
Before we wrap this up, Drip, for the actual recording of the episode, I want to go to our Discord real quick because we have a new area to Discord. It is called Podcast Q&A. If you guys want to leave your questions for us to answer on the show, that is if you're in the live stream here or if you're listening to this show after the live stream is over and you want us to actually answer a question that you have but while we're live but you can't be there live, that's where to do it. So make sure to go check out our Discord. The link is in the description of your podcast feed right now. And for the people in our live chat, it is the pinned live chat above all the chats at the top of your screen. So make sure to click that link and join our Discord. We'd love to have you over there. A lot more to our Discord than just Q&A, so go check it out. There was a question in our Discord. I'm going to read this, but it's more for kicks and giggles. So Paramount says, okay, but question for tonight's podcast. Will Drip be selling, I assume he means his PS5, to buy the PS5 Pro? Oh, no. He says, what will Drip be selling to buy the PS5 Pro?
Nothing.
Because Drip's going to get some FOMO. And Drip's going to be like,
I got no FOMO for this one. I thought I would. Honestly, I thought I was going to get FOMO for this. I figured I would. You know me with this stuff. I'm like, I got to have it.
Yeah.
I don't want it. I'm good.
What would you, play the game though. What would you?
What would I trade for it? What do I have sitting around I could trade for it?
Yeah.
I don't know. I got the Drip Media Gaming Edition Nintendo Switch I could throw in there. What else we got? I don't know. I got a Skyward Sword Gold Wiimote up there I could throw in. I got all kinds of stuff sitting around. We could make a package together that somebody with a PS5 Pro would like to trade.
Would you rebuy your Hylian Shield 2DS and then just to sell it again?
Yes. They're probably worth about the same price at this point.
Yeah. Let's do one more question, and it is from Power Man. There are other questions, and I will get to them as we go along with our show. I don't want to give them all away tonight because we're not probably going to get that many between now and next week. But I got one more question here from Power Mad. It's the very first question that was asked in our Q&A. And it's the best one. Okay, so, sorry everybody else, but this is the best question. Is Drip really a leaker? If so, then how come he was so wrong about Twilight Princess and Wind Waker HD?
I just got some bad information. You know, I'm a real leaker. I leak all
you leak
the
everywhere.
information all
Your
the
name
time.
is Drip,
Yes.
man. You leak everywhere.
That's it. That's what I do. Yeah, of course I'm a leaker. I did just set us up a redirect too to Dude's a Monster. Just let
Did
you know.
you? Did you? Okay. Well, Drip, we have a little more time to hang on. I know you said you have to bail out, but do you want to give us like 5-10 more minutes in the after show?
Yeah,
Because we're only an
sure.
hour in to the actual live stream. So we will do we're going to end the episode here, guys. So if you're listening to this podcast, we will sign off for now. If you're in the live chat, don't go anywhere. We're going to hang out, talk to you guys specifically in the live chat, address some of your questions that you had during the episode that we didn't get to. But for the rest of you guys watching this YouTube video or listening to the audio feed, we're going to see you guys next week.
Later.
It's the after show, Drip. Welcome to the after show, everybody.
Hi.
Hey, Drip.
Hello.
How you doing? Hi, live chat. What's up? That was the best remix. Thank you, Jeff. Can you remix your own song? Is that a thing?
Yeah.
I guess you can. I just did it. Means bush. Nice. Do you have a bush, Drip?
Bush.
Yeah, you had that.
No.
Yeah. I actually got something to drink for the beer of the week this week. We went to Aldi last week. Aldi's.
Oh, dude, did you try some of their weird beers down there?
No, we did not. And also, I didn't get their seltzers either, but I got something else that I was interested in. We actually bought way more groceries than we thought we were going to, so I didn't want to spend the extra money on alcohol. But I do have liquor in the house, and they had at the store or at Aldi, they had ginger beer, and I love ginger beer. I love making Moscow mules. Yeah. So
ginger beer is non-alcoholic, just in case anybody doesn't know
correct.
that.
And you put alcohol in it. It's a mixer.
You add the alcohol to it.
Yeah, it's a mixer. So next week I will have, unless I drink them all between now and next week.
What's in a Moscow Mule?
It is ginger beer. It is vodka, and it is ice. Or I'm sorry, and lime.
Lime. Okay, I'll tell you what. For next week, I will go. I think I do have vodka here. I will go get some ginger beer. We will have. I don't have the cup. I have the actual Moscow Mule.
Oh, dude, I have one that has my name on it. My family got me for Christmas.
Okay. I just have a cup, but we'll make them. We'll enjoy one together next week.
For sure. Yeah.
Cool.
I mean, I used to drink like 2 Moscow Mules during our show and get fucking wasted by the end of our show. Yeah. And like when you get a Moscow Mule at a bar, they always water it down with a lot of ice and a lot of ginger beer, and it makes it taste good. But when you're home, you gotta fuck yourself. You gotta fuck yourself up. You know.
Yeah, you gotta make a proper one.
Back in my peak days, I used to make my Moscow Mules with frozen fruit, and I'd put
frozen lime.
No. So instead of ice, I would use frozen fruit. So like any fruit I wanted to add an extra layer on top of it, like raspberries or like strawberries.
Okay.
So
look at you fancy motherfucker.
It would make it cold, and it would give it like an extra flavor
bless.
in there. Yeah. Oh yeah. I'm a big Moscow.
Damn.
That's my favorite liquor. My favorite drink. Like at our wedding, Drip, my cocktail is gonna be a Moscow Mule. Like I don't know about the signature one. I forgot how that's gonna work, but I'm gonna be drinking Moscow Mules all night. Let me tell you.
Hell yeah.
Because we have the extra beer package or liquor package.
Yes, that deserves a
yes, and it's free. Not for us, for you. Okay. Ever have an old fashioned? I'm not a big old fashioned guy. I'm really not a liquor person at all. Like, there's no liquor I really like. Maybe like tequila in a mixed drink somehow, but vodka, Moscow Mules is the only thing I'll drink, and beer, of course. Old fashioned, that's Coke and whiskey. Pretty sure. Drinking a Fairlife protein shake. Wrong one.
It's my drink of the
My
week.
drink of the week. Hell yeah.
Nice.
Hell yeah, dude. Make boy. Dude says we slamming Fireball. Fireball.
Fucking Fireball.
Because with the Aldi extra groceries is still under the price of 10 items that I get elsewhere for what?
It's true.
Wait,
That's true.
Dude. I didn't read that correctly in my head.
Okay.
Because with Aldi, extra groceries is still under the price of 10 items I get. Yes, correct. Dude, I'll tell you right now, we spent $180 in Aldi. But we got we got like a month worth of food.
Right, exactly. That's the thing. Like you go spend that at like Kroger or wherever, it's like,
no.
Dude,
I
got like four things the other day. I walked in there and it was like $40. Like
we walk into like Walmart or Jewel was the local place out here for us, the chain place. Like we were spending like 120, 150 frequently, and it was like a week's worth of food, and it was like that's just not. It was too much, and we stopped doing it. We ate out more. Of course, that cost more money. So we just like, you know what? We just have to go to Aldi and just get our stuff there. It's the way to go.
Yeah, I mean, dude, and all the stuff there's, it's good. It's all good stuff.
You see this comment by Caffeinated? Oh yeah, dude, coffees. That cart was full. Dude, we had to buy extra bags while we were there.
Do you have your Kroger card? Yeah, I'd save 10% off my one item, maybe, if it was something that they were like discounting at the time. It's such a bullshit.
No
Fuck
Aldi.
Kroger.
No Aldi around Mega Boy. That's unfortunate. I hope you get
that.
One.
Is unfortunate.
They're affordable places, and listen, their produce is good. Their off-brand stuff is pretty decent. It's good stuff. Kroger sucks
good.
now. Which says Kroger sucks now.
It does. True. This is true. It does. I'm done with Kroger. Their meat kind of sucks. Their vegetables and stuff, the produce isn't that great anymore. It's like, what am I paying for here? What am I paying for?
Just go to Sheets.
For what?
Groceries. They do have like produce.
A
very bare amount of produce.
They got like apples and oranges and bananas. Yeah, they do have that.
Let's see the damage
They're probably
here.
super expensive.
We got 25 likes in the show tonight. Thank you guys very much for this turnout tonight. We appreciate it.
Yeah, it was great.
I mean, maybe we should talk about PlayStation more often.
I mean, obviously, yeah. Nobody likes Nintendo anymore. It's just all about Sony.
Coffee, did you see my comment above? No. Oh, this one. Yeah, I didn't get to it. Do you know the history of when Nintendo has announced prices and releases of their consoles?
The Switch. I know that one.
Yeah, Drip already said the Switch, and that's all I know.
I don't know the other. God, the Wii came out. Oh, man. I got a Wii when it came out. I got Twilight Princess that day too. Damn, I can't remember what the temperature was. November release, was it? Makes sense. I feel like it was cold out. Makes sense.
Got 27 likes now. Thank you guys very much. If we get to 30 likes, I'll make Drip stay for another 3 hours, and we'll just be here forever.
That's a lie.
You're like, you can't make me do nothing. Good podcast, Ari.
Yeah, good podcast, Ari. Good job.
One day, one day, Hari's gonna be like making 7 figures as like a scientist, and like still coming in here and being like, "Hi, Hari."
Thank you, Adam. Adam says that podcast was S tier.
Thank you, Adam. Appreciate it, man. Are you playing fantasy football this year, Adam? I feel like
he's in there.
Yeah, he's in there. Are you actually playing?
It looked like he was
good.
Doing some damage from what I saw.
Keep my eyes on you, Adam. Keep my eyes on you. But they announced the price release date of. They announced the price release date when? September of the same year. So you're saying they announced the price earlier than they actually did what? I'm confused.
I think he's talking about for the Wii. They announced it in September, released it in October, or released it in November.
Okay.
Yeah. Well, I mean, it's a different time. And they were definitely Trying to make the holidays at that point for sure.
But you don't think that the Switch was a different time?
Yeah, it was. I mean, it was a very quick turnaround for the Switch. I'm not sure about the Wii U. What'd they do with the Wii U?
That was like 2011, right? For a 2012 release. Is that it? Ojo says the Wii was announced in April 2006.
4E3 says Wikipedia.
Joey Pitt says a life-changing alter made is connection internet via an Ethernet cable to my Switch. Couldn't believe the difference in speed. It really should be
official day predict. I'm giving it to you, Dave. I'm telling you, the Super Switch. I don't know about the reveal. The release date is March 10th, 2025. I'll put that. I'll put that in stone. Announcement date. We'll fuck around with an announcement date. Let me get my calendar out here. I'm gonna go next week. I think they're gonna announce it next week. I think they're gonna do it. Let's go with 1 week from today. It'll be on the 18th.
My official announcement date. Are you ready for this, Drip? October 21st, 2024.
October 21st on a Monday.
Yep, on a Monday. And the release date will be April 25th, 2025.
This fucking guy. Okay.
Write it down. Write it down. We're gonna see who's more right.
I have nothing to write with.
It down. I don't need somebody else. Write it down for us and put it in our Discord.
Yes, somebody write it down. Quick, somebody write it down.
Let me write it down. Drip, what's yours? Repeat yours. So somebody can write it down.
Mine is, I'm going to go with next week. I think they're going to announce it next week. Honestly, I really do. I'm going to go with the 18th.
18th.
September 18th, 2024 is the announcement. The release date is March 10th, 2025. Mario Day. My birthday. Happy fucking birthday to me.
My announcement date is in October. It is going to be October 21st, 2024. And my release date is going to be April 25th, 2025.
There you have it. There you have it.
Who's going to be more correct? Tune in to find out in the Drippy G podcast. Also,
next week, when they announce it on Wednesday next week, we have a podcast that night, and I'm like, fuck you!
Dude, last night, watching the debates, we're not going to get into politics of this, but there's something funny that happened with David Muir. So he's the guy, ABC guy, who is who was one of the moderators.
Yeah.
There was like this fucking. So first of all, I was just making fun of David Muir because his name was funny, and he's also a very good reporter. And David Muir, and I was like doing my voice thing I do, David Muir, and I was like just saying random shit to make Abby laugh. And then literally, I shit you not, just after I was done making fun of him, a commercial came on for fucking David Muir and was like, David Muir, and here's all the things that he does. Here's David Muir wearing an army hat. Here's David Muir touching a black person. Here's David Muir. Like, it was just like weird shit. He was like in Africa, like just like touching people, and I'm like,
that's weird. That's very
David
weird.
Muir.
Adam, the game is going to be released with it's whatever the new 3D Mario game is. That'll be the release title. Also dropping on March 10th, Mario Day.
I was just rolling on the floor last night with David,
and we're gonna see
Muir.
little bits of that. We're gonna see little bits of that next week. It'll be on the screen of the Switch too.
Oh yeah,
crazy.
Yeah. Mario Kart.
No, not Mario Kart.
What's your release game? What's the first game they show you for Switch 2? What's the first game?
Mario, the new Mario.
Mario 3D.
Mario 3D, yes. Whatever that is.
I am sticking to my guns. That the second game is going to be
Mario Kart 8 Deluxe HD.
No. The second game is going to be Mario Kart 9 or whatever they call it. The next Mario Kart.
I think that'll be a holiday game.
That's the second game they show us footage of. The first game they show us footage of, I'm telling you, it's Metroid. I'm telling you.
It might be. I bet that'll be there. I don't know about the first footage we see, but it'll be there.
The first footage of the Switch 2 is going to be Metroid Prime 4. What is it called? Echoes? No. I see it.
Yeah, I can't remember.
Beyond, Drip. Metroid Prime 4 Beyond.
Yeah, maybe.
Yeah.
I think Mario Kart 9 will be like a holiday thing next year.
Yeah, but that doesn't mean that we won't see footage of it. Like, remember the Switch? The first Switch
They
commercial showed us a bunch of games.
Yeah, they showed Odyssey before we even knew it was called Odyssey. We never saw anything of it before that.
Yeah. Breath of the Wild stuff. We saw Mario Kart.
Breath of the Wild. We saw Breath of the Wild first. We already knew.
Well, yeah, I'm saying that was in the trailer for the game.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, you know what? I'm done because we got 40 seconds left on this song, and it's gonna fade out by itself.
We're just gonna do a little dance until it's done. And
hey, everybody who's been hanging out all night, really appreciate all you guys.
For real, guys, you guys are awesome.
Had a lot of people in and out tonight. Really appreciate it.
Yeah, for sure.
And stick around if you're in the live chat, because I have a redirect going over to Dude's a Monster. I don't know what he's playing, but that's where you're gonna be going after this.
Yeah.
So stick around.
Cool. Thanks, everybody. Next podcast will be next Wednesday, because that's when we do these things. And Drip, we forgot to talk about a giveaway thing that we're gonna do next week. We're going to talk about a giveaway thing that we're going to do.
Yes.
Separate from the $50 eShop gift card.
It's stuff I have here.
Yeah, it's a physical device. It's a toy.
It is a small one.
That's your hand. It's a small one. We're going to see you guys next Wednesday.
Later.